What up, what up, what up, and welcome all y'all. Welcome to Pinoid News. Man, listen. So Trump has been drugged into the motherfucking Walter Reed Hospital. Details are sketchy at best. You know what I'm saying? Mostly, I'll be honest with you, because of HIPAA concerns, things of this nature. You know what I mean? And that's important. You know what I'm saying? Even as a president, you're still an individual and you have the right to your privacy, regardless of what anybody really says. So, with all that being said, right, there's some dark days ahead right now. There's some things that we're going to have to probably prepare ourselves for and go through when it comes down to it. For instance, I think this election is about done up. It's about sealed up. It is what it is. All right. It doesn't matter at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what Trump does, if he recovers, it doesn't, we a month away. All right. The ballots are already cast. All these things have already happened. And all the ballots that haven't been cast yet, individuals aren't going to vote for somebody who's lying in a hospital bed who might end up dying. Like, it is what it is. Dude's 74 years old. Like, there's not a lot of choice in this matter at this point. So there are some most definite dark days ahead of us. We have to prepare ourselves for these mentalities that these worthless socialists might end up taking over the goddamn country. And I don't mean socialist in the terms that we had back in the 90s and the 2000s, where we're like, oh man, these individuals here, they're going to start an endowment for the arts. You know what I'm saying? And still, 2 cents out of everyone a paycheck and hand it over to somebody who's going to, pee inside of a bottle and do a crucifix inside of it. That ain't even the motherfucking deal, man. That ain't even the goddamn deal. Daryl Levin, what up, man? Joe Mander, listen, how the fuck y'all doing, my brothers? Welcome, my brothers. Welcome. Let's be perfectly honest here about some things. All right. We talking actual socialists. We talk individuals who legitimately want to take your money, burn it, and spread the ashes over motherfucking Lenin's tomb. We talking individuals who legitimately hate the system. Right? Oh man, I'm sorry, Mr. Ronnie G. Legit. Hey, look, man. You go right back to that. You know the thing. You pause that. I'm only gonna be running for about an hour, so I just want to put some content up tonight. Because this is a big development as far as things is really concerned. And I got some shit to get off my mind. I'm probably going to be doing a live stream later. You know what I'm saying? Just, bullshitting around, thinking about playing this video game. We'll see what happens. I might even do it on somebody else's channel. I don't know yet, legitimately. Right, I've been playing that Among Us shit, fucking like, I can play that vein because there ain't no fucking skill involved, like, and it's mostly interpersonal bullshit. You know what I mean? Hiding and motherfucking ducking and sliding and shit. I can do stuff like that, right? Yeah, fucking like, it is what it is. Anyway, man, so I wanted to stand here and have this conversation about what's coming later on and what we should probably prepare ourselves for at this point, because that's kind of an important conversation to have. The link is in the Discord if anybody wants to come join. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If anybody has something to add, something they're concerned about, whatever the case might be, we'll have that conversation. All right. First off, understand we did this to ourselves. When it comes down to it, that's an important thing to understand. Like, I was talking about this over on Insomnia stream, like, all this shit that happened legitimately is our own fucking fault. And I'm gonna explain why. Okay, because you let capitalism motherfucking get involved with government. And you let capitalism, Michael Hatfield, Java, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Man, welcome, my brothers. Welcome. It's nice to see you all. Right? Capitalism got involved with government, and it stood there and started taking advantage of its government motherfucking ties and basically stripping individuals out of the economy. And that's an important thing to understand. When you take away a man's ability to earn and the ability to be productive, you're basically locking him out of the world as a whole. And that's something that you have to have a conversation about. There's reasons why businesses don't hire felons and individuals with misdemeanors, because we were talking about how Antifa, a bunch of these individuals are ex-cons and things of this nature. Well, the reason is because, these individuals legit can't be productive in our society. And the reason for that is because of the fact that an insurance company won't let a business hire somebody with a felony, right? Or somebody with a misdemeanor, somebody with a criminal charge. They'll force them through, rate increases on their fucking business insurance, on their liability insurance, to sit here and motherfucking make sure that they don't hire anybody with criminal background. That's an important mentality to understand. That mentality permeates our entire motherfucking country, our entire society. To think that if you make one mistake, if you fuck up one time and get caught, it's all over for you. We stand here and take away individuals' licenses over debts owed to the government rather than standing here putting it on the credit like you would do with any other business. We stand here and act like the government is infallible and holds a monopoly on violence. We sit here and we, lock individuals out of the ability to stand here and have a job because we ship their jobs overseas, and we don't, enact policies that would encourage individuals to stand here and build things here. We don't have a basic conversation on a political level about whether or not it's positive to have somebody making $50 an hour to put on a fucking lug nut. You know what I'm saying? Psycho, man, listen, all right. Like, I think Trump has COVID. A bunch of the Republicans have COVID. I think, like, that shit happened, whether it was on purpose or not, doesn't matter. We still got to deal with what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jormon, that kind of the fuck. That's what I'm talking about here, man. You're going to create radicals, right? That's kind of the deal. You're going to create this type of bullshit. And I was talking about Antifa. We need to stop thinking about Antifa as a group like the mafia. You need to start thinking about Antifa as a group like the Bloods or the Crips or the Latin Kings, right? Because they kind of operate in the same way. Like, internationally, nationally, the Bloods and the Crips have no leadership. That's why, they might conduct some interstate shit, you know what I'm saying, between Chicago and fucking, going down into fucking South Bend, Indiana. You know what I mean? That's only because it's so close and shit, right? And that's really where they go, look, Joshua, I'm not here to lie to you. All right. I'm not here to stand here and blow smoke up your ass. I'll tell you what you want to fucking hear. That's not what I'm here to do. And you fucking know that. All right. I'm not going to sit here and tell you some shit to make you go, oh man, it's their fucking fault, because we're not here for partisan bullshit. We're here to fix things. We're here to show more fucking light. And this is a pro-truth channel. That's really what this shit is. And that's important. All right. It really is important to have individuals who will just tell you the fucking truth. All right. Stop listening to individuals who tell you what you want to hear, because you're going to end up motherfucking lost. You're going to end up standing here in a situation where you don't want to motherfucking be, like, legit, because you have to consider every possibility. Never write off to motherfucking, malice, which you can write off as incompetence. It's fucking important, legit, because most of these individuals are incompetent. Now let's get back to Antifa. Antifa, legitimately, think of them as the Bloods or the Crips. Think of them as the KKK. Think of them as the Latin Kings. Think of them as ISIS. Bloodletted Zell. What up, man? Fucking welcome, my brother. Welcome. Right? Yeah, it is. It is what it is, right? So these things, they don't have national motherfucking shit, right? Legit. They don't have a national motherfucking presence and whatnot, right? My boy Sam Rice is here. I'll be honest with you. Sam Rice is one of my favorite people to fucking have a conversation with, because this dude always motherfucking the best of me. Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now, bro? Mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me, bro? Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Oh, dude, you're just really quiet. Okay.
I should be super quiet, legit. Hang on, man. Let me let me go to my thing and see if I can tell. Hang on a second. I got to open up a different thing. Hold up. Put this down. Hang on. I got to open up Audacity. I don't know why, my volume control for my microphones and fucking Audacity is fucking stupid.
Huh.
Hang on, man. I will see if I can fucking see where my fucking levels is at. Hang on. Because there's levels to this shit. All right, there. Did I get louder?
No, I can turn you up to where I can hear you, but there's a lot of noise. So it's
What do you mean a lot of noise?
Well, noise that you would hear if you turn the speakers up super, super loud, but I have to turn them up enough to hear you, and now I hear all the background. So it means you're coming in real quiet somehow.
Hang on, let me see. All right, I'm done with this.
We're not live, are we?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Oh, nice.
It's cool. Right? Fucking like, yo, yeah, my fucking shit. Yo, my shit says I'm cool. Like I'm hitting the top of my pegs on my joint. You know what I'm saying? It might be your fucking
Weird.
speakers.
All right,
or
well, I'll
whatever.
fuck around with it.
And everybody else is cool with it. Like anyway, right? So Monk Farm, what up, my brother? You know what I'm saying? Nice to see you out here. Legit. So we were talking about Antifa, right? And thinking about them as a gang, right? Think about them as like the Bloods and the Crips. Or like I'm saying, the Latin Kings, right? Now, see, they all call themselves the same thing, but each individual place around the country. Yo, what up, Sparky? How the fuck you doing, my brother? You know what I'm saying? Link is in my Discord if you're interested in joining, right? Like they're all like in different places and they all kind of operate the same way, but they don't have any national leadership when it comes down to it, right? Like nobody's kicking money up the fucking polls and shit with these type of fucking operations. Like, and nobody's actually standing here really being in charge of what the Bloods and the Crips do in different neighborhoods and different places. Right. And it's the same way with Antifa. Antifa's the same kind of deal. Like they all call themselves the same thing, right? Fucking, oh no, his shit's called the Insomnist. Shit, man. Fucking, I'll send that shit to y'all as soon as I'm on fucking like legitimately fucking as soon as I'll put it in the fucking description as soon as I have an opportunity. I'm just not available right now. I'm doing my thing, right? Oh, cool, Sparky, right? So that's the way you have to think about Antifa. Antifa operates nationwide, but it isn't a nationwide it's not a nationwide organization. It's not one of those things. It's kind of like each go ahead, man. How you doing? Hang on 1 second. It's kind of like an individual branch of each fucking kind of like small subsidiary, right? Like it might all like kind of look and sound the same way, but it's a different joint, right?
So you don't think there's like, I don't know, people more behind the scenes, agitators or organizers or people who are.
I think it's an idea, right? It's an idea. It is. It's legitimately an idea. It really is, right? It's an ideology. How about that one there?
No, I get that. What I'm saying is that, and I think the FBI thinks that too. There's individuals who are basically starting shit. They're going around to different cities, same people, like fucking Tyler Durden, like Fight Club, fucking starting up shit everywhere they go, getting people riled up, getting them chanting their ideology and shit, and actually, like, are you saying there's no like conspiracy level element to this at all?
Have you ever seen American History X?
Yeah.
Okay, so you remember the big dog who like fucking, I mean, he was a chicken hawk and he stood here, Prime Mover, what up? Right. And he stood here and how do I put this? He lined up the next group of talent because they were young and stupid.
Right.
Ryan, my brother, like, yo, the link is in my motherfucking Discord, my brother. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come join us, you're always motherfucking welcome. I have both the team here, right? But like legitimately, like, yo, they're kind of on that level where they're kind of just chicken hawking young kids.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
Out of jails, right? Out of like fucking homeless shelters, things of this nature. They're picking up the riffraff of society and turning it against society, but it's not an organized thing.
I think that it's more organized than it looks, and that's its strategy. I think that is the strategy that people are using. I believe there's a true George Soros connection, and I believe that they are opportunistic and that they definitely played upon the tensions created by the COVID lockdowns, things like that. Not to mention the existing political unrest and, the fucking smear campaign against Trump just to make him look like a bad man and piss people off, not actually really talking about substance or the policies that he's created or the things that he's done in any context, right? All they do is attack him. They play to the base mentality of a lot of people. They just try to get him. They try to get him hot and ready to break some windows, and it only takes a little bit of a push because these people have been told they're victims their whole life, white and black alike. Just that's been the narrative for years and years and years, that you have the whole idea of intersectionality. So these people are primed for that type of shit. And I think that if, I don't know, I just don't think left to their own devices, they're capable of starting anything real. But this seems to be getting
again, like, yo, this
real.
is kind of like all you're doing is you're putting fire in a bunch of motherfucking matchsticks.
Basically, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, yo, they're already there. Like, this group is already primed for this. These are all kids who went to liberal arts colleges.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they took some bullshit fucking classes in fucking jail, or, you know what I'm saying? They got some classes in some fucking shelter, or whatever the case might be, right?
I think that they've been.
Yeah, fucking Joe Munger got this right here. They see the world as the version of V for Vendetta, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Real shit.
Yeah. Well, Aircraft Sparky. Yeah, I think he just funds certain groups that do kind of do their own thing, and he kind of loosely directs them. But yeah, he's not actually buying pallets of bricks or ordering very expertly crafted signs to make it look like they're professionally printed signs made to look like they were done with spray paint. Like, I know a good Photoshop job. I did that type of work, you know, and creating signs and shit like that. I know what goes into that, and I know that, like, you saw that one shot of that U-Haul there unloading all these signs, and they're all printed, like not spray painted. These were printed signs.
Again, remember though, artists are all left wing,
right?
You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, artists are all left wing. So an individual who got into screen printing because they went to school for graphic arts, right, has a liberal arts degree.
I got into some of that, yeah.
Yeah, but there's massive amounts of liberal art bullshit that goes into that.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, again, these are people who are going to support your cause.
Yeah, but you don't think there's any kind of national organizational element to it at all?
No. I think the national organization element is college.
Just college. Well, I mean,
they all teach the same bullshit.
So you think that there's no concrete overall plan? Just let's teach kids a bunch of Marxism and they'll take care of the rest eventually.
Yeah. And then the community activism that goes with that, from like the Weather Underground to fucking the Black Panthers movement to all the shit that goes behind it. And it's all just being picked up. And then the anti-fascista fucking garbage from the 1930s and 40s. And they're running around thinking that fucking Hitler's out here because that's what everybody's being told Trump is.
That sounds like some social engineering, like on a real level. And I don't know if they're that smart.
They're not that fucking smart. They're just teaching this shit because they live in a fucking social bubble.
They're not smart enough to. Well, I guess I guess you don't have to be that smart to have a strategy of just teach as many kids this bullshit as possible and see what happens.
Yup.
Like, we know that they'll eventually push harder and harder for socialism, more taxing the rich and giving to the poor, Robin Hood fucking economy type shit until something gives. Like, I don't know, they elect a Republican or even a populist and something like that. But I don't know, man.
Monk Farmer, you gotta start putting that shit in my motherfucking Discord in general, dude, so I can fucking watch these videos that you put out, because I don't fucking never see any of them. Legit. Anyway, but yeah, like, you
don't think this is part of a somewhat globalist conspiracy that was set off by Trump getting elected, and he's pissing off the fucking world bankers and those people with tons of money that are not his friends?
Because this has been boiling. Dude, look, there was motherfuckers out here. Like, do you remember back in the 2000s, they had them shows about fucking the preppers and shit, and then we had Occupy Wall Street, and first we had a Tea Party, then we had Occupy Wall Street. Like, dude, this shit's been boiling up for years.
Yeah, I feel that too.
You know what I mean? This is not new. This has been boiling up again. Like, I keep telling motherfuckers, like, yo, look, the economy is a food web. Right?
Yeah.
Legit. The economy is a fucking food web. Right? So, like, it's kind of like, you know how, like, fucking I don't know, fucking snails eat fucking mites in the dirt, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, and then birds eat snails, and then fucking, hawks eat snakes, and then fucking tigers eat the fucking hawks.
So this whole,
you know what I mean? And humans eat tigers.
Movement, this whole media freaking crusade of a personal attack on the president and all the violence, that's all just organic.
Oh, that shit, the whole anti-Trump thing, yeah, because it happened with Bush.
I remember some pushback with Bush. I guess I maybe wasn't paying as much attention.
Look, legit, I remember like they hated. Eminem made a fucking album about George Bush.
That's true.
Like, this is what I'm saying, right? It's just motherfuckers is more interconnected now. And I mean, people are more able to express themselves. So it just is what the fuck it is. Like, this shit happens every time a Republican gets in office. Like, these fucking people lose their shit. And now they're able to fucking use. I remember riots. I remember them egging George Bush's car as he went to the fucking White House on Inauguration Day.
Yeah, but that was news. I don't know, man. I guess I wasn't paying as much attention back then as I am now, but
right, you know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, new level.
People were fucking pissed back then. Legit. Like, yeah, they weren't rioting, but everybody had fucking jobs, and the economy was in a whole lot better shape under Bush. Whole lot better shape. I remember back during the Bush days, legit, I could leave a job on fucking Monday or leave a job on fucking like Thursday afternoon and have a job Friday morning, ready to rock for fucking $13-14 an hour. Like, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Right? It ain't like that no more. You could get an apartment for like, fucking $500. You could go buy a fucking car for like $400 cash. Right? The fucking poor lived way better back then. It was way easier to survive. Today, it's a different animal.
Is it though?
It is.
Is it that much harder to survive?
Yes, it's 100% harder to survive because the pay hasn't fucking changed. Right? Like, the pay hasn't changed, but the rent has fucking quadrupled. Right? The rent's fucking tripled for every fucking body. To get in the same apartment I got into back in the day, right? You're talking fucking $1,300-1,400 a fucking month. Right? I got in there for $450. Right? You could go and buy a car. Remember, we could go buy a car for like $300 and get your ass to work and do what you had to do. Now you ain't getting into a fucking Honda with 300,000 miles for $3,000.
So do you think Trump is trying to do something about that and actually bring that economic prosperity back into the country where it belongs instead of being outsourced to the rest of the world?
I think we're
returning the favor like they were supposed to. You don't think he can bring it back?
Fucked. I think we are completely and utterly fucked. I don't think there's a way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
Monk Farmer goes, it's not harder to survive. Your expectations of your reality has not changed.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both.
I think it's gotten harder to get by. Legit.
I think you got to admit the outsourcing of American labor especially to China has not helped the economy. I'm not saying impossible, but I think it has become harder for some people to survive than it is for others. And that there's a legitimate concern, and that the federal government, if they cause the problem, they should be responsible for at least trying to solve it.
I think if we were 18, 19 years old, right, me and you, and we try to survive the same way we did back then, we'd starve to death.
DJ Ronnie Q, it's desperate times call for desperate measures.
Drastic measures call for drastic
that works too.
Lower your expectations, and then it gets easy. Here's the problem, right? Legit.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Monk Farmer, here's the issue. Legitimately, at 18 years old, right, getting out of high school, I didn't have to go to college to get a fucking job, right? I could get out of fucking school and I can go work at a warehouse for $12 or $13 an hour and make enough to have a car and a place, right, and be fucking cool. Like, I was good, right? And we're not talking that long ago, right? We're talking like 20 years ago, right? Legit, I was smooth, You know, I mean, this is 2001, 2002. You know, what I mean, I was good, and I even had a kid, and I was all right. I had no welfare. I had no government assistance at all. Nothing. I had a kid, diapers, fucking bottles, fucking clothes, everything. We were good, right? And legitimately, it's not the fucking same as it used to be. It's way fucking hard. You can't get out of high school and jump into a goddamn job and be able to get all the shit you need just to get by. You can't fucking do that anymore.
No, but I don't know if that's a reason to. I mean, so what's the solution? Does the government have to step in?
Well,
and help people, give shit
no,
away, or
yes and no, right? So here's what you do, right? Legit. This is very, very easy to do. Okay. What we have to do is stop having so much government.
I agree with
That's
that.
the secret, right? The secret is that we get rid of property taxes and real estate taxes and fucking, and I mean state and local income taxes and fucking school taxes and sales taxes,
Yeah, man.
and registration taxes and fucking car taxes and fucking every dumb fucking tax, right? Like the government's always a problem, right?
Ron Swanson,
like,
2020.
Right? How, like, here's the thing. So like you have like, and I've been putting this out forever, and I've been trying to say this for the longest now. That was kind of gay how I said that. I'll be honest with you, but I'm gonna keep riding. Right here's what needs to happen legitimately. So you have all these coal towns that are shutting down, right? And motherfuckers are going, man, like I'm gonna have to walk away from my house, and they're just gonna have to eat whatever equity they have in it because they can't sell it because no one wants to buy it because nobody wants to move into a town where there's nothing. You know, I mean, there's no opportunities, right? Instead of having all these individuals just walk away from everything they have and all the bullshit that's going on, why don't you just like, because the Fed owns 30% of mortgages to begin with, why don't you just house their mortgages like they did with all those Jones in 2008, 2009, 2010, right? The Fed housed those mortgages. People just stayed there, right? They got foreclosed on by the bank got their fucking money back, and you don't charge them any property taxes for fucking having their fucking houses. And you let these individuals go and garden and fucking feed themselves and go and hunt and fish and fucking rebuild their goddamn communities from the ground to fuck up. That's what needs to happen. We need to get back to basics and then start from the bottom and rebuild the economy from like scratch. It cannot be like, oh, we're just going to fucking have some people come in here, you know what I mean? And, you know, fucking whatever. No, we don't want big businesses to come in and redo. You need to rebuild your economy from the ground up. I don't want one in and putting a distribution center or Amazon coming in and putting in a distribution center. That's not helping you. All right. That's not really helping your fucking bottom line because it's not actually like fucking, it's doing nothing but using the labor in your fucking town. It's all service sector. There's no actual wealth being generated out of that.
I think you need to scale down the government a lot and get back to, more centralized self-sufficiency and less, or decentralized self-sufficiency and less centralization. Definitely. I think you can still have trucking lines and trains and shit going between towns, but like, big fucking distribution centers and massive factory farms. I just don't think that's.
I'm over here watching Appalachians fucking stand here like TK Mount. What up, my brother? Right? Fucking TK Mount. No, it isn't. Right? Fucking fucking coal would never be profitable. Right? So. Yeah, exactly. Number one, we need to fucking stop having zero immigration. We need zero immigration whatsoever. Like we cannot continue to add labor in when you don't have enough labor to support your population to begin with. Enough fucking jobs to support the labor to begin with. Secondly, you should not have people in the Appalachians in Kentucky and West Virginia going to food banks. They should be growing their own fucking food. There's no reason these people should be going to the fucking food banks. None whatsoever. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, man. I can't agree more. I guess I just don't see how we get there without a collapse. Are we going to break up big companies? Are we just going to go full on decentralize every big company?
Here's the problem, right? And this is what I've been fucking bitching about for a while.
Not allow companies to go around me across state lines.
Right. So fucking here's the problem that we have, right? Legitimately. Every time you bail out the fucking stock market and shit, like what they're doing with these bailouts where they give the fucking Fed money to give to the goddamn banks and all this bullshit, they're trying to bail out the 401k money.
They just changed the number in the database.
Well, no, they're like, yeah, basically is what
It's
they're
not like
doing.
they're
But
moving a bunch of gold from one bank to another.
right, like they're trying to bail out the 401k money because there's $70 trillion of fucking boomer money that's coming out, and they're just chasing it down the goddamn drain.
Right.
And they know that they have to pay these people this money, but it's a fucking Ponzi scheme because the more people sell, the less fucking value the stock's worth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a giant fucking Ponzi scheme. And so, you know what I'm saying? Basically, they're just continuing to print money. And as they print money, rich who have assets and stocks and bonds and things of this nature, they just keep getting fucking richer because the dollar's devalued.
Yeah. I don't know, man. How about we just get rid of the federal government?
Yo, triggered. I said that on Frank's channel, and legitimately, I'm not allowed back over there again.
For
Well, I didn't
saying
say
what
exactly
I just
that. No, you said we should just unplug the ventilators on that generation, right? What I said was we should have corona blankets and pillows like they did for the Native Americans, right?
Oh shit!
And give it out to fucking senior
Well,
living
if
homes.
the president can catch it too, fucking nobody's safe, right?
Yeah,
dude, he's the most protected man on earth. And he got
you
that
can't
shit.
protect from a virus.
No. Well, remember when the narrative was slow the spread, as to imply that spread is inevitable, but if it goes too fast, we could have a problem with our hospitals. So let's try to slow the spread, again, implying that the spread is inevitable. Well, that changed to stop. Everybody's now talking about, all the rhetoric is now getting rid of coronavirus, stopping it, beating this thing, getting through it, as though they're going to destroy the virus and we can all rip our masks off and run out and make out with each other like that. You know what I mean? That's the mentality, the ideology that I'm hearing. And it changed from reality to fantasy.
Yeah, there's no stopping this. You just got to let it run through the population.
I know. And that's what the virologists would say. And remember, we were listening to them for just a minute. And they were saying we should not be too sanitary. Humans need to be able to be in close contact with each other or to spread germs, because the overall effect is that it strengthens all our immune systems, especially to the next generation. But if you're too cleanly, if you're too, overly clean and disinfected everything, you're not doing your immune system any favor. And we're probably doing more harm to our society by being overly clean than we are by wearing masks and trying to slow the spread of a virus even.
Yo, Monk Pharma says it's a blood-borne fungal infection. I was like, I don't. It's a virus. It's not fungus. It's a virus.
Blood-borne fungal infection. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Like, it'll mutate like the flu. Like, it'll probably get lighter, and people will learn to deal with it. I have that. That's where the mentality is. Like, you have to let people get over shit.
I mean, there's going to be a COVID 2023 and a COVID 2027,
it's going to keep coming.
Yeah, just like it always has. But I don't think I've ever seen. I guess there are examples in history of the entire country going crazy because of a disease and wearing masks. But if this is just another one of those, I guess we'll be all right. But it's gone on long enough to start affecting the culture, especially like younger kids who are growing up isolated at home playing video games all day and just being completely scared.
That's what they've been doing forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we were going that.
Said this flu is designed to kill baby boomers. Well, I never considered that.
Like, it kind of is. I'll be honest with you. Like, yo,
I'm just young enough.
Here's kind of where it is, right? It's a necessity to kill off the baby boomers across the world, right? Like, if they don't die, all the rest of us are going to starve.
Yeah, because they're not passing it along like they're supposed to.
It's not just that. Like,
trying to take
the rest of the world, they're like, you've been missing a lot of my content. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry.
Like, yo, you've been missing a lot of my content. I'll catch you up. Really it's cool. I will catch you up. Really, basically, fucking the rest of the world don't have millennials.
I know that.
right? So like they don't have anybody to pay for the baby boomers.
No.
They have no taxes to pay for it. China, 30 years after a one-child policy, are running out of 30-year-olds. And weird how that works. And then they went to the countryside in the past, 30 years and collected up all the females and brought them out into the provinces on the coast. So that they could work in the fucking Foxconn factories, and all the males are in the fucking in the fucking middle of the country. So they're separated by a whole province, so they're not having any more kids.
That doesn't sound like a very good strategy for the long-term future. Do they just like let's hurry up and make sacrifices to take over the world real quick, then we can get back to breeding so we can survive type strategy?
Yeah, kind of. Right. And then you have a problem of where Russia, for instance, as of next year, Russia's military will be half the size it was in motherfucking 2018. Is
that a bad thing?
Yeah, because they can't defend their borders anymore. 1 in 10 Russian moms has AIDS.
Whoa.
Yeah, things are really bad over there. That's why they're making all these moves. Like they want to get the former USSR back just because the fucking borders are smaller. Like they can defend between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. You know what I'm saying? Like they're good on that.
Yeah.
They cannot defend where they are right now. That border's too fucking big.
Shit, yeah, I haven't really thought about that, but
yeah, that's why they took over all those countries, because they were tired of being invaded. It was all defensive. It was not offensive. And they took over those countries. Everybody's like, "Oh man, they're more marching forward." No.
Right, so let me be more specific. Then, how is that bad for us?
Because fucking the goddamn military-industrial complex wants to fucking go to war all the time, and that's a good war for them to fight. They can get the people behind them on that. Because the people are too dumb to understand this conversation you just had.
What if we have a president for the next 4 years who refuses to get us into any more wars? Like for real?
Joe Biden's going to be president, and he likes war.
Oh, you think he's going to win?
Oh yes,
Biden's going to win. Oh, really? See, yeah,
Donald Trump's in fucking. Donald Trump's in a hospital right now.
Oh, you think he's going to die?
No, I don't think he can campaign when he's in a hospital. I think physics fucking apply. You can't be in two places at once.
Well, I don't know, man. I
think that looks really bad.
I think he can make it work from the hospital. I don't know. I mean, I think he'll bounce right back from it. I think it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, Biden voted for the Iraq war. This is kind of Biden's never met a war he didn't like. Biden is a deep state motherfucker. Like he is a military industrial complex dude. Legit.
Sure.
Right. I mean, and Donald Trump, like legitimately, like, let's be honest here. He did not have a good debate showing. All right. And then after not having I think he looked like a child. Right. And then, once he was done looking like a child, he immediately said he got convicted. He got he got convicted with COVID. He got struck with the goddamn fucking flu COOF. And, the next day he was in the goddamn hospital in Walter Reed because, he couldn't breathe. And now he's on a fucking oxygen and shit. And I think it looks bad for everybody who goes, well, he was saying and almost no one gets it. And it's not that big of a deal. And now this nigga got it and he's in the fucking hospital getting the best care in the world. Oh, like there's a lot of motherfuckers who are about to get kicked off of fucking Obamacare. I think it makes shit look really bad. BB, what up, my brother? How the fuck you doing?
I don't completely agree. I mean, I think
to a normie, not to me and you.
I think he's gonna come walking out of the hospital in a couple of days and fine, and he'll be able to spin it like everything else, and like. The media is going to they're going to spend 2 fucking weeks crying about how, oh, he's politicizing his own illness. Oh, put him in the hospital. He's a liar. And meanwhile, he'll be back on the fucking campaign trail, touring like Metallica and fucking their whole shit up. And maybe we have 4 more years of no wars. And maybe even more if the Democrats keep fucking tantruming. And making themselves look way worse than Trump ever could with their bullshit.
And here's the real bitch. Like real shit. Donald Trump ain't even run an anti-war campaign.
Well, I think he's not. No, he didn't. I don't think he's necessarily against the idea of war, but I think if we get into a war with Trump, it'll be for a really good reason.
What I'm saying is that like yo, he should be fucking anti-war, right? If he came out as an anti-war president, he would win.
Well, he hasn't got. He's negotiated 2 peace treaties in the Middle East. He hasn't gotten as close to a war. So, I think he's the first president in how many who hasn't started some major conflict. So there's that.
Hang on.
There's what he's already done, and then you got to factor in that. I mean, if he wins, he's got no incentive. Like he can't take another term. So there's that's the president who's not held back by needing to get reelected. And presidents like that, second term presidents, always seem to get a lot more done. Even Obama got a lot of really shitty shit done, but he got a lot done compared to his first 4 years. So I don't know, man. I guess I want to be optimistic.
Well, no, his first 4 years is when he passed Obamacare.
Yeah, but if he hadn't had another 4 years,
You know what I mean?
it would have got undone probably real fast. But he had 4 years to keep it going.
Like, you know what I mean? Like he would have fucking, stood here and, fucking like he passed Obamacare and then he probably didn't do anything else other than drone strike people the rest of the goddamn time.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about your popularity if you're a lame duck president. So let's bomb some people. Let's get rid of some enemies. But I don't know, man. I just think Trump's different, for better or for worse. He's not a Washington insider at all, and I think he pissed people off probably a little too much just by taking the election somehow. And Excel. What did Excel? What was that thing he gave us about those people, the globalists, essentially, the world banking system that was set up, and that Trump being a nationalist kind of puts a monkey wrench in their gears, and that's kind of the driving force behind a lot of
okay.
shit,
So here's
especially the media shit.
Again, you miss so much of my goddamn content. Legit.
Well,
you need to fucking get caught up.
Don't just assume I'm gonna
you need to get caught up.
agree with everything you say just because I watched your shit. I'm pretty
stubborn. No, I got you, but like I put out shit that why is your icon so much bigger than mine? Anyway, like this nigga is the star right now, right?
I tried to change it, but it hasn't. I guess I'd have to restart again.
Cool. You're good. Fucking so like here's the deal. Don't forget selling guns to the cartel. No, bearded, that Fast and the Furious bullshit happened under Bush and Obama, not just Obama. So that was not Obama's fucking deal. So please, bro, let's keep shit honest here. Okay. Let's keep it all the way funky. We're not here to be partisan about nonsense because I hate fucking both parties. They both suck. All right.
I'm not being partisan. I'm not crowing about the.
No, I was talking to BB.
About Trump
I was talking to BB. BB. Right. Yeah, BB fucking. He said, don't forget selling guns to the cartel. And Ryan's in the fucking joint. What up, my niggas? Up?
Dude,
I know that guy
from somewhere. Over here muted. Yeah, you look familiar. I think I've seen you around Tumblr.
Yeah.
The other half of motherfucking the Insomnus crew, my favorite YouTube channel. And I'm saying with the best goddamn content on YouTube and criminally fucking undersub.
Yeah, that's nice of you to say.
No, fuck that. Y'all are criminally understuffed, legitimately, especially for dudes who have connections as high as y'all do. To fucking be at the level you're on is fucking goddamn terrible.
Connections,
dude. Insomnus is not a live stream. All right, it's an idea.
That's right.
It doesn't actually have organization, and therefore we're not responsible for our misgivings.
And Tom, you're my only connection.
No, fucking you was over on that fucking drunken peasants fucking joint.
Oh, God. Yeah,
for better or for worse. That was a long time ago.
I don't feel like that was the right road to go down.
Yeah, the only thing that we got out of that was people that fucking hated our guts and harassed us for
I'm not knocking the drunken peasants. We weren't on. First of all, Tom, we weren't on the drunken peasants. Make no mistake. We were on the drunken peasants underground, like the second channel. So we never made it.
That's not true. It was episode fucking. If you just look up Insomnus on YouTube,
you were on. I don't think I was on that other one.
Monk,
I think I was
part of him and Sinrise are part of Insomnus, right? They're fucking. They do the same thing. But Sinrise has his own content that I'll be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of his fucking music. I'll be real. You know what I'm saying? I always show his shit off every time I get an opportunity. Somebody's like. They'd be like, yo, man, fucking, you like any metal? And I'm like, yeah, let me show you the only metal dude I know that I like. You know what I'm saying? And I put your shit on.
Well, thanks, because that's never gonna happen again. That was a long time ago with a whole different group of people. So,
yo, man, I was
I'm
a
not
fan.
still
Fucking,
actively creating music, if that's what you're hoping for.
yeah. Fucking,
Maybe
I forget what the fucking
someday.
goddamn song. I'll be honest, I forget what the song is called. It's like fucking Cage or Rage or some shit like that or something like that. Fucking yo, you got some bomb ass tracks over there and shit.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man, fucking yeah. Like this is how like this is how we used to do all the time. We'd bring motherfuckers on the channel, but like legit, people stop coming on other people's channels. I don't know what the fucking deal is. It is so hard to get fucking people on the live stream. Yes, you haven't been on my fucking channel in like fucking 2 years.
No, it was on the other day.
When?
It was a couple of weeks ago. It was too long ago. I will admit, yeah, but it hasn't been that long.
Yo, it'd be a long goddamn time between getting your ass to fuck on goddamn stream. Legit, man. Because me and you used to have like 6-hour conversations, and I'd feel like 100 times smarter after that because like I learned so much of you all the fucking time.
You might want to get that checked.
I don't know how to use this shit. That's my COVID warning. Just 6 feet. 6 feet, all right? That's all I ask. No, I'll update that later. That was just the first thing I found.
All right, brother.
That's perfect,
my brother. You know what I'm saying? But shit, fucking yeah, man. Like, all right. Anyway, so okay, international banking system. All right, let me give you a quick breakdown. You know what the chip system is?
Thanks, TV. It's nice to have that acknowledged. I agree. We should have more. Our main goal right now is to not have more episodes than we have subscribers.
Did we get
some kind of shame in that? I know.
We have some strikes under our belt, and the algorithm gives us no help because of it.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
I know. You would think with such a high production value. Just kidding. We kind of suck, and we couch that in the high production value.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm just being humble. We're actually fucking awesome.
We put way too much effort into our production, not enough into anything else.
Yo, legit, like fucking Sinrise is one of my favorite goddamn YouTube people, and Ryan himself that's just my nigga and shit. Like real talk, like these two dudes here, legit. Like fucking Ryan himself's a straight man. Sinrise is just like he intellectually just wanders around the entire fucking stream and fucking blabbles off about fucking crazy ass fucking nonsense the whole goddamn time and goes the fuck off. It's fucking great. Like legit, it's like one of the best fucking shows on YouTube. Legit, it's super fucking entertaining all the time. And like they cover the Young Turks on a regular fucking basis, which I don't know how y'all do that, because if I had to look at Shank Uger that much, I'd kill myself. I'll be honest with you.
What did he call it? He said that there was a cottage industry of people that don't like the Young Turks. It's us, Steve, and actual Justice Warrior. Except they're successful and we're not.
And fucking Jimmy Dore.
Yeah. I try, you know what? I try to share his videos with like people over here in California. I give the secret away. But yeah, I'm like, dude, okay, so check this guy out. He's like a real progressive, right? Not like those fake ones that you see. And they're like, okay. It's like the foot in the door over here.
I'm with it, man. The more people we can drag over to this fucking platform, you know what I mean? I'm behind that ideology 100 goddamn %. You know, that's where I get down to. Like, I'll be honest with you, I've gotten down to the point where I start like putting my name underneath it for a good time call in the truck stop. You know what I mean? Like I put my fucking YouTube channel down there.
That's dark, man. That's dark.
That's smart. See, I carry the Sharpie around, but I usually just write 1488 Hail Warski.
That is pragmatic.
Yo, I had a dude legit. I had a guy the other day. I was at a security shack, and like this dude stops me on the way out, right? And he's like, "Yo, man, you interested in like, you know what I'm saying, buying some shit out of a new clothing line?" Like, I'll tell you what, yo. Check out my YouTube channel, hop in my Discord, and holler at me about it. Maybe we could talk about some sponsorship. I'll move you some units. You help me get some motherfuckers over on my damn channel and shit. You're just on some word of mouth. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. But anyway, so international banking order. All right. There's not enough hard currencies in the world, right? There's just not. We had the euro, but it's falling apart. Fucking the yen is garbage. The moment China tried to have enough liquidity and have an open policy with their fucking currency, about fucking $6 trillion fled out of the country that fucking year.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so they immediately locked that back down. The Australian dollar is about 200th the size of the United States dollar as far as currency is concerned. And then there's fucking the pound, and nobody wants the British to run things anymore because, well, you know, they're fucking trash. And then there's Sweden, Denmark, and New Zealand. And now that's fucking, you know, I mean, all those places are cool places, but it's not a place, you know what I'm saying, that nobody's really going to fucking do. You know what I mean? Yo, Joe Monger, you know what I'm saying? Fucking like handle your business. Yeah, I got you. Thank you, man. Thank you for showing up. Right. Fucking, yeah. Like, and that's really where we are. So basically 99% of all transactions internationally are done in the United States dollar. And it's all run through what's known as the chip system, which is the clearinghouse international protocol. I think it's what the fuck it's called. But really, basically, fucking, you know, like they just transfer whatever fucking currency they're going from one country, and the currency for the other country, they transfer it into dollars through the transaction, and they pay them both out in, you know what I mean, dollars. And then they fucking reconvert into their currency inside of their countries. Right. Yeah. And that's how most all of international transactions work. And so the vast majority of shit that they're fucking doing internationally is in dollars. So that enables us to be able to, you know what I'm saying, export a lot of our inflation.
Okay.
Right. And that's what the international banking system is really about.
It still doesn't sound like a very good idea.
Well, it's a fine idea as long as it lasts.
Like, well, that's what I'm saying. You end up somewhat over leveraged, I think, and maybe that's the wrong term, but
no, you're right. Right, you're completely correct about that. Here's the bitch.
If it doesn't sound like a long-term plan.
Yeah, fucking. You know, what I mean, yeah, you can go to bed now, Lover, and enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a pretty important difference, right? If it's not meant to be long-term sustainable, then what the fuck is it meant to be?
Well, it's just meant to be. Like, none of this shit was supposed to be long-term, right? Okay, like, all right, so we set up under the Bretton Woods Agreement that we would protect all of the world's fucking international trade on the high seas with our Navy, right? As long as they would fight the Russians for us and help us fight the Russians. You know what I mean? When it was the USSR?
Well, I think there was a percentage set to that. Like, you're supposed to devote a certain amount of your GDP to defense.
And no, that was just with NATO.
Oh, okay.
This is like we were defending Vietnam's fucking trade when we were fighting them during a war.
Well, there had to have been, I'm sure there was other agreements made, and
no, like it was really simple. If you went and motherfucking stood there and didn't do business with Russia, right, and stood there and like kept Russia out of your country, legitimately, you could sell your goods in America for whatever fucking price you wanted, and there was no bars on your products.
Right.
Right. That was a rule. It's that simple. And you could go and get anything you wanted. No, there was no give and take.
Oh, thanks, Catalyst. Yeah, I'm not logged in on the stream. I'd have to refresh and disconnect.
Right, but there was no give and take.
Yeah. Well, there was, you know, they're not doing business with our enemies, which, again, short-term thinking. But yeah, in exchange for protection.
Well, yeah. Well, no, like they were helping us fight the Russians, right? That was it. That was the whole deal. Like, yo, and we went out and like, yo, they could sell their goods all over the world, right? You know what I'm saying? And like go and get whatever they needed and bring it back to their country and fucking turn into a finished good and fucking sell it wherever they wanted or sell it in the United States for free, right? As long as they fucking, you know what I mean, stood there and didn't do business with the Russians. That was the real, right? And we basically bribed up an alliance system. But here's the thing. The United States only uses 6% of its GDP for international fucking trade.
Right.
6% of our GDP is tied up in motherfucking exports. 6%.
Okay.
Right? Well, actually it's 12, but like 6% of that is, or fucking 50% of that 12 is Mexico. We don't need the rest of the fucking world.
Right.
right? And that's the bitch shit right now. And like when the USSR fell, we just kept doing it.
Right, even though they weren't capable of holding up their end of the bargain.
There was no bargain to uphold at that point. There was no more USSR. It didn't exist.
Well, so the deal is just evaporates.
Well, no, like yo, it's still going on today.
With who? Russia?
China, Russia.
Oh, they just yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. I thought you meant that particular deal, though. Yeah.
No, all of them. There is no deals. The rule is it was really simple. You helped us fight the Russians, and we'll protect your trade internationally. Right?
Well, that's a deal, though.
Yeah, but again, the Russians disappeared, and we just kept fucking doing it.
Okay.
We just did it forever.
Well, okay. The reason I brought that up in the first place was, Trump is kind of famous for, I guess, with NATO, like holding these countries to the agreement that they made, which they haven't been, and we've still been holding up our end of the bargain.
Well, yeah, when Merkel came to see fucking Trump, she left with a bill for services rendered. Like, yeah, things is changing. Loafer, yeah, I'm with you. Mark Blythe is the shit. I'm a big fan of his stuff. I've done a bunch of work on him fucking as well. And I mean, fucking like I broke down a couple of his videos. I'm a fucking fan. You know the deal, right? But yeah, fucking like there's a lot of stuff going on right now that nobody's having a conversation about. And like all of these are economic premises based on fucking fighting a war that, back in 1990, right? And we're still fucking fighting the same goddamn war using the same fucking tactics with the country that doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Right? Like, there's a lot of shit going on. Like, why are we still doing international free trade when everybody else is protectionist against us and they're fucking continually trying to fucking start currency wars to destroy our fucking value of our fucking dollar and shit?
Votes?
No. It's just because that's how things are. And we have 23 million people who work for the government.
Yeah. I feel bad about that. But I needed a goddamn job, man.
Yo, my girl called me the other day, right? She works for the government, right? Mm-hmm. And she called me the other day. She's like, somebody just cursed me out. I said, I'm torn. On one hand, I want to be mad because you my girl, but on the other hand, I hate the government and I'm fucking proud of that guy.
Yeah. See, I don't want to get too specific because I could get into trouble, but let's just say that I had a part-time job with the government and that it's over now and it's not an ongoing thing. It only happens so often. And my God in heaven, it is not accurate. The federal government, when they put an operation together, it is a clusterfuck.
Yeah, they're bad at their jobs.
Dude, you have no idea.
No, I haven't.
And the kind of people that are attracted to that type of job, especially a temporary job from the federal government, not the best people. Not the best and the brightest, not the sharpest golf club in the fucking bag, dude.
Oh, you mean they're not sending their best?
God damn it, dude. I work with some slow leakers.
Well, yeah.
I never had to yell at someone and fire them in my life until I worked in the government. So let me just say what they do is not as accurate as they'd like you to think it is. And I know firsthand, and I'm glad it's over.
Now, is actually setting somebody on fire the same as fire?
Oh. I did not set him on. I checked my pockets. I didn't have my lighter. I didn't set anybody on fire. But oh man, if I could have done it telekinetically through the phone, that guy would have definitely died. But no.
Like yeah, I feel you.
I got yelled at for that too. Like, you should call us first. Before you tell someone they're terminated, you should really call your manager. I'm like, really? All right. I thought I had the call on that, but okay. Next time for sure, boss.
Like, yeah, no. Stop sending me fucking retards. How about that one? Like, could y'all possibly do that for me? How about you stop sending me fucking morons?
You know,
like,
they lure you. They lure you in with a definitely a pay rate that is too high. Like I obviously wasn't going to negotiate myself out of money, but it was more than I would have asked for. So they spend, man, the government spends, even the local county government where I live, they spend money. If you just poke your head around a little bit, it's like it's astounding just how much money the government spends on bullshit. On shit you're like, why the fuck did they do that? And it makes you want to go to the fucking county courthouse and look it up and shit. I don't know, man. I agree with you about the government being small. It spends so much fucking money, it would blow your fucking mind.
It wouldn't, because you know me.
Not your mind.
Like, yo, like,
and it's one thing to look at the numbers, and it's another thing to see it for yourself and experience it firsthand.
Oh,
and use their systems, like their computer systems and their procedures and shit. It's a whole nother level. It's worse than you think.
I completely get it, right? Legit. I completely and utterly fucking get it. Like, on some real shit. There's some shit that I just go, there's no way that this is a fucking thing. And it is. And that's the fucking problem, is that it fucking is. Every goddamn time.
It's worse than the parodies make it seem. Like, if you ever watched Parks and Rec, well written, but not realistic at all.
Yeah, I want to say what up to Ron Brinks, Adam Hartz, you know what I'm saying, and boss, the motherfucking chat. My boy Vivi, I don't think I said hi to you. What up, my brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the government robs all of us and then just basically wipes their ass with the money and fucking looks at you while they fucking spend it. You know what I mean? While they're wiping their fucking ass.
You know, the town of Pawnee, the city of Pawnee. I live in a town. It's not an incorporated city, but the county courthouse is here, and it is huge. Like this big marble building. And anytime the county builds a building out here, it's freaking beautiful. Landscaping, architecture, like, dude, just a very rural town in a one county in California spends an unbelievable amount of money pushing dirt around and building shit. And you know, you think a small town, it'd be a construction trailer on a dirt lot with refurbished air conditioner. No, it's a big old giant fucking building like you would expect to see in a ritzy part of town in a city.
Yeah, but they still need more, though. I don't know if well, we talked about this. We talked about this a little bit on Insomnus, some of the proposals that they're trying to sneak through in the name of you know, all the really good, the stuff that really makes your heart float, you know. Like diversity and equity and stuff like that. But it comes down to more money out of your fucking pocket.
Right. Well, of course, all of those things are going to cost a lot of money. I mean, the price of a true equality cannot be measured.
That's a good, wow, I've never thought of it that way.
There's no upper limit to the amount of money that we can spend on making everyone's lives perfect, Ryan. Come on now.
Yo, and see, this is the bitch. Like, people think that like government money's unlimited because they can just print it however they want, right? But that's just not. It's not true, and it's not a thing. You can't just print as much money as you want to, because eventually, like, okay, see, this is the thing, right? There's two separate dollars, right? When it comes down to it, there's two different fucking dollars. There's $1 that trades internationally, and then there's another dollar here in the domestic market. The dollar international does not fucking like chase after bread and milk and eggs and cars, right? But like that dollar domestically does. So the more money you give people, the higher the prices go for their fucking goods. That's what causes inflation, is when you give money to people. This is the fucking problem. You go, well, we can give all these money to the banks. I'm like, yeah, because that money doesn't chase bread, stupid. Like, that's why. It's not like, yo, all right. Because like, yo, if the money isn't chasing the same goods, it doesn't matter, right? Like, if I stood here and like I fucking you know what I mean, like if I said, you know, we're gonna buy telephone poles, right? Like, we'll drive up the price of telephone poles, but it's not gonna fucking affect the price of a loaf of bread. We could buy 1 billion telephone poles and just stack to the ceiling, and nobody would fucking care. Because, like, yo, you know what? That $1 billion would just go to people who fucking make telephone poles, and they would have a bunch of money, but nobody else would, just them. That's how, like, this is about inflation. If you give everybody money, then the fucking prices go up. That's why the fuck they go, it's called stimulus. Because when you give everybody money, it stimulates the economy. When you give just businesses money, it doesn't stimulate shit. There's a difference.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But man, giving away free shit, at least more in the past, used to be just a perfect campaign. You know, way to get people to vote for you. Promise them to give them a bunch of free shit, and they all come out to vote for you.
Trump just said that the other day.
Yeah. No, I was disappointed to hear that
Ryan,
kind of shit too.
Why are you, Ryan? Why are you trying to spell nigger in the private chat?
I wanted to get your attention. Yeah,
I was going, man.
I was on
Discord. My laptop does not move that fast.
All right. Yeah, I'm having a hard time over here too. I wanted to tell you about this fucking email that I got real quick. It says, in an announcement released over the weekend, the EDD, the Employment Development, it's the fucking guys that it's unemployment basically. They revealed that they will not be taking new unemployment claims until October 5th. They've taken a break over here in unemployment.
Well, my screen says system upgrade, new UI online applications. We are improving our systems to verify identities in an easier, faster way from September 20th to October 4th.
Oh, it's dude, we are in a world.
I just
happened to, I don't know.
I happen to have that tab. That tab was open, just so you know, mine before we even did this.
By the way,
that does not look good.
You know, stock market crashed again. So, like, life is going to be good for everybody. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
Yo, they're so fucking dumb. They're so fucking dumb. Legit. And like, yo, people are running around with their hair on fire. Jimmy Dore in particular is like, the elites got fucking 500, or they got like fucking, you know, $800 billion richer during this fucking shit. And I was like, yo, shut up. Just shut the fuck up. You don't understand how money works. Like, yo, they didn't get richer. It's just stocks. It's just stocks. They're not real fucking things. It's fucking fake bullshit money. It's numbers on a screen chasing other numbers on a screen. Like, just it's not value. Bill Gates isn't actually worth $100 billion. Neither is fucking Jeff Bezos. Neither one of them are worth the money that
he's worth what he could get if he sold all his assets right now all at the same time.
No,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, like, he is not.
That's how they determine your worth is your total assets based upon their market value at the time.
How much money do you think?
If you own a yacht that costs $1 million, you're worth at least $1 million because you got that asset.
No, they're not, because they couldn't sell that fucking lot. They couldn't sell that fucking yacht if they wanted to for $1 million.
I guess it's also compared against your debt too.
Right? That's the problem.
I would imagine.
Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, we got $5 from Kevin Dugan. You know what I'm saying? Hang on, man. I gotta open up Streamlabs because I don't fucking have that shit open right now. You know what I mean? It's appreciated. It's rare I get more fucking, like, y'all get more fucking whatchamacallits than I do.
What? No, you got a bigger audience than we do.
I know, but I don't, because I fucking donate way more on your streams.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say so, but that probably is it.
I think I see your problem, sir.
There's your problem right there.
Yo, but I'm saying, man, it makes me feel good to fucking like help y'all niggas out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And we appreciate it.
Dude, it adds up over time.
It just it makes it so meaningless when I just give it straight back to you.
It doesn't, though. It's a YouTube economy.
That's true. Yeah, I do believe in, well, I'll just shut up.
What, man? Speak, Joe. It's a YouTube economy.
I was gonna say I believe in that, but I obviously don't participate. So,
well, the trick behind making it into economy was for us to take that $5 you gave us, turn it into, I don't know, $5.01, and then kick you back a half a penny.
Yeah, I suppose I could log in under the Insomnus one, but I only do that when I need to borrow money from the pile.
He said shekels for you. I open that up.
We're just trading the same $5 back and forth. That's not an economy. Does that not make? You know
it does.
It makes PayPal's economy because it's $1.70 every time you do that.
There has to be some sort of energy being put into the system.
We're putting our sweat energy.
The economy, like anything else, is not a perpetual motion machine. You need to take energy, put energy into it for it to output anything.
What up, covered hat, by the way?
Other than just an endless cycle that you can't really feed off of. So you know what I mean? Like you have to generate there has to be incentive. There has to be. I think you can really explain it by going back to trading chickens for goats. You know, like all the same principles apply. You can promise to pay someone 10 chickens next time the boat comes by. You know, the guy may have too many chickens and he's motivated to get rid of them, which means he'll probably sell them for less money. And you can get more of them, especially if you have less goats. Like you can really explain so many economic principles to people who clearly don't understand them by going back to explaining how shit was done before there was electricity. It was just as complex. It just wasn't this, you know, the scale wasn't so so massive, right?
Right. I mean,
but
like, yo,
same...
this is, yo, I gotta put Ronnie G's joint here. It said market value drops when you sell stocks. Like, and that's kind of like what I'm saying about the fucking net worth of these fucking people, right? Like, yo, if these motherfuckers sold their stock, the stock would go like completely down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To like nothing. Right. So they would end up not being able to sell their shit for the same price. Like the first stock that got sold, each individual stock would go down from there as they sold it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just like if he had to sell his fucking mansion that day, right? Like, you know, like that day he had to come up with the money. Nobody's going to give him the fucking market value for that shit.
No, but a transaction would take place and a dollar amount would shift from one column to another, from one individual, from one ID number to another, even though the debt wasn't completely satisfied on that. The number would still move over. So one asset would transfer from one person to another, regardless of how much they owe on it, I would imagine.
No, because like because if they bought it for a price, it will be valued lower.
Well, yeah, obviously if you liquidate, you're going to get less for your shit than you could if you were less motivated to, like, especially if you waited for the value to go up or your debt to go down on something. Yeah, but like, I think that they determine someone's net worth based upon that, not much how much money they have in the bank.
Yeah, but that's what they like. You know, it's realistic.
That's one of the strategies of big businesses is to avoid paying taxes by showing no profit on the balance sheets every year. That's how when they accuse Trump of not paying taxes, it's true, but that doesn't mean he's not contributing to the economy. It's certainly more constructive ways than paying the IRS anything. And that's the point of it. They don't actually go into the economics of what is entailed in actually not paying taxes. A lot of big companies don't pay, but they also employ thousands of people and they build a product and they're at least to some degree, part of the economy.
They didn't show their receipts for that.
Like Amazon doesn't get tax incentives for just because they have brands in the Senate or whatever. They actually have to do something for that.
Well, like, here's the part of it though that bothers me, right? Like, legit, this is the part that bothers me, because when you say somebody has a certain net worth, right, it breeds jealousy among motherfuckers who know they can never achieve that.
Right.
You know,
it is a silly thing, but that's, you know, I mean, when you've got more money than you could, when you've got more money than you could ever spend in your life, what's left than just to compare the dollar amount to somebody else?
Right. Like, I think the best thing that you could possibly do at that point, like when you get to that level, right? You know what I'm saying? Or when we're talking about that, you need to weigh it against something that's static instead of something that fucking floats in its value, like the dollar, right? You need to value it in, you know what I'm saying? Like gold or silver or something along these type of lines, right? So like everybody understands and has a very basic understanding of the fact that, like, yo, look, yeah, yesterday he was worth, you know what I'm saying, fucking, you know, $300 or $300 billion, right? Or whatever the case might be, right? And today he's worth $600 billion. But yesterday he was worth, you know what I'm saying, like fucking, you know, fucking 2.1 million ounces of gold, right? And today, you know what I'm saying, he's worth, you know what I'm saying, 2.3 million ounces of gold. His value did not go up that much. He didn't really make any fucking, you know what I mean? It's important for everybody to understand exactly what the fuck is going on. It's just currency's being devalued. I know, and you're fucking, you know, I mean, your ability to buy shit is going down.
You're asking rich people to stockpile and plan ahead for the future when they'd much rather invent an electric car and spend a ton of money investing in factories and taking a huge risk to make even more money. I mean,
well, no. I'm just
kind
saying,
of sells
like,
itself. You know what I mean?
No. When people like Forbes or, you know what I'm saying, like, left-wing journalists stand here and report and go, the richest 1% of, made an extra $800 billion since the coronavirus started, right?
We all know that's a lie, whether you understand it or not.
No one does know that's a fucking lie. That's the fucking problem. That's what I'm saying. They don't know that it's a fucking lie because they actually think these people got richer. When in reality, they just got fucking devalued dollars.
Yeah, and there's definitely still people out there, lots of people out there like that. But I guess that's why I have hope, because I think there's a lot more people than there's ever been who are paying attention to this kind of shit. It's not that hard to understand. And if you just dig a little bit, if you go, wait, what? And you hit pause on your TiVo when you're watching CNN and go, wait a minute. And you turn to fucking Google and you type in, wait a minute, does this shit make sense? And you start reading, like, all you got to do is take a few steps down that road and you're like, holy shit, they're lying to us. I think there's more people than there's ever been doing that. And I think you can attribute a lot of that to the internet. As toxic as a lot of it can be,
well,
it still enables people to go out there and find out what the fuck is going on, and enough to get them to be like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
Well, that's why they want to put the toothpaste back in the tube and make sure that was a mistake, letting us have that.
Right.
You're regretting that big time.
And maybe Tom, that doesn't amount to much.
It doesn't really. You know what I'm saying? When guys like me only have 2,300 fucking subs on goddamn YouTube.
Well, there's guys like you, maybe not quite on your level in terms of the kind of content you put out with as much detail and concentration on one thing as you do. But there are a lot of people out there that are far enough on that ideology to give me hope, at least, I mean, you don't have to get everybody to read every single thing that you've ever read and know everything you do to get them to understand what's going on.
Well, no, but like, I'd like
vote differently.
I know, but I'd like to be able to at least have one person to come out and like actually say this on the fucking news and go, these people aren't getting richer. It's just devalued dollars. All right. Y'all need, somebody needs to go on there and go, y'all need to stop saying
this. People are saying that. It's just not going to be on CNN or MSNBC anytime soon.
Or Fox.
Well, I mean, there's some of that on Fox, but yeah, not really. But it's out there, and it's more popular. Conservative content like that is more popular than it's ever been, Tom.
No. When guys like Michael Savage were out here fucking getting inducted to the fucking Radio Hall of Fame and shit, it was super popular back then with Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity when their fucking numbers were fucking gigantic.
It went down, and it's coming back up again in a different form on the internet mostly.
Nah, it's really not.
All those dinosaur industries like TV and radio are slowly quickly slipping away. If you really want to look at it,
right? And they're all moving to podcasting, and none of the fucking boomers are following them, right? And that's a bit of an issue. But on top of that, you have guys like I'm trying to think here, fucking you had these individuals out here fucking QAnon or fucking there's a bunch of fucking guys who are out here doing these fucking ridiculous ass things, and you're going all of y'all are, none of y'all are fucking really showing any real fucking truth to your fucking message and shit. You're not showing your fucking math, and you're not doing the fucking homework. You're just out here spouting conspiracy theories and bullshit or covering.
There's definitely people like that, but there are people like more entertainment centered people like Steven Crowder who are enough. I think that they get enough of this to be on our side in a sense.
Steven Crowder does not do economics.
Sure he does.
No.
Not in depth, not like, he doesn't go a deep dive like Glenn Beck does, but there's another example of a guy who's doing pretty good for himself in terms of an audience, and is definitely
fucking crazy.
I think, this is my opinion. Steven Crowder did one good video in his life, and it took place about 10 years ago. If you want to know what happened to Detroit, he did a good video on that.
I'm not saying he's the best guy in the world. I'm just giving you an example of a increasingly popular person, a content creator who drives home a lot of these ideologies. Again, not as in depth anywhere near, but there's a lot more people like him that are doing the same kind of thing. It's out there. You just have to go find it.
Right, and this is the thing. It's I'm out here, right, and I'm finding.
But my point, Tom, is if those kinds of things are getting more popular. That means there are more people going out looking for stuff, turning away from traditional television and radio, and actually actively looking for other things to become informed.
Yeah,
with.
the legacy media's ratings
that's
pale
yeah.
in comparison to kids in their apartment doing this. You know, they buy themselves a Blue Yeti and they, you know, start uploading to YouTube.
That's some serious competition, and I think that's a good sign. And I don't think it's anything that media or the globalists can really do to stop that awareness from growing even a little bit. It doesn't need to. It's not like everybody in the world has to wake up at the same time, but just enough people to turn away from regular TV and actually think a little bit more, to fuck everything up for the people who are trying to engineer everything and make government as big as possible and control all our lives.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean, like, and you know, I'm all right. Here's the bitch. Is like I'm all alone out here on a fucking ledge with 90% of my shit. Right, like my mentality is about like I really am. Like, I'm all alone.
You're not. You're further out than a lot of people, but there's a lot of people on that same ledge. Okay.
No. I'm by myself on a ledge out here, right? Samaj is my boy. This the dude who drew my fucking avatar. Anybody needs any work done, motherfucker, see that dude right there, legit. You know what I'm saying? He's in my Discord and shit. Like, yo, real talk. Talk to him if you need any artwork done. He does amazing work on fucking things. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I wanted to put that out there, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Dude's OG as fuck. I never talked to him, but I know who he is.
Yeah, he's cool.
I'm just trying to tell you that there's people who align with a lot of what you say in more growingly, increasingly popular stuff on the internet, and there's a lot more pushback to a lot of leftist shit than I've ever seen. Like I don't know. I think things are better than you think they are.
The InfoWars gorilla, okay, so like this is the same InfoWars gorilla, but like that's my fucking whatchamacallit work, fucking Ronnie G. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Yeah, that's your own. You own that shit.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, that's original artwork. Yeah.
Yeah, the Pinoid gorilla joint, like that's me doing like that's my fucking Photoshop work and whatever. I mean, I'm really good with Photoshop. I'm just trash at drawing. Like I'm garbage when it comes to art.
I like that too.
Yo, legit. They had to bring in people in like my fucking kindergarten and first year age, like specialists, to teach me how to fucking color and draw.
They had to hire a team of specialists.
Yeah, to teach me how to art. You're like, this kid can't draw. It's like, yo, he's fucking really good at math, and the guy reads his ass. Like, legit. I have pictures of me in the newspaper, right? Fucking like at amusement parks, because like I read more books than anybody else in the state, right? Like, wow. Fucking, yeah, like I like legit, like I'm super literate. And like I wrote the encyclopedia like 4 or 5 times when I was a fucking kid, mostly because I was in trouble. But like legit, like fucking like I was not a dummy, it's just I can't draw. You know what I mean? I'm fucking yeah. Anyway,
dude, so I just looked up I just Googled InfoWars gorilla, and the first result that comes up is Mike Cernovich. You know what? I think I'm content. I'm content with that answer. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah,
I'll send you the pic later. Fucking, but yeah, like fucking, yeah, man. I use it all the goddamn time and shit. Whenever I have some shit that I'm like, goddamn it, folks. All right, the internationals are standing here using the International Space Station to run specialty brainwaves through you with the 5G network that causes cancer. All right, and then they're gonna take your apartment building, turn it upside down, fill them up with water, put inside some gay frogs. Then the gay frog is gonna turn the human beings inside there, and the human gay frog hybrid mermaid. That's the Agenda 27. All right, remember 33 minus 13, still 33. It's high level Masonic numerology. Like fucking, fucking get on that goddamn lead shit, right?
You did that well.
Yeah, whatever. Right. Yeah, like I got you. I do fucking comedy, but on the same point, like I get lost in this shit because I'm like, yo, fuck's sake, you goddamn people need to learn economics. Like, come on, please. Let's get some basics down pat so everybody has a simple understanding of what the fuck the deal is. Like, let's get some numbers down flat, all right? The number one fucking business for employment is goddamn Walmart at 1.8 million people. The largest employer in the United States is 23 million people, and that's the goddamn government.
Federal government.
No, that's not the federal government. That's the government as a whole, right? That's state, local, and federal. 23 million human beings. Yeah. The federal government day is 4 million people.
It's got to be, well, really? It's not even the majority of people? I guess that makes sense, though.
No, like, there's 126 million people who work inside the United States who are regularly employed and considered in the workforce.
Yeah. Well, no, wait a minute. That's only, would you say 120? That's less than half, though.
Yeah, I know. There's only there's 340 million people in the United States.
How many children are there?
I don't know, a bunch of people under 18 and then a bunch of people over the age 65 and then all the individuals plus the, what is it, fucking 40 million on welfare.
Yeah, well, that's the account for that. What's the unemployment rate? Like
fucking
12 or 14, something like that?
8%.
Oh, it's only 8? I thought it was way more because of the COVID lockdown and shit.
And but 8% is only out of the working class.
Oh.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They don't measure unemployment as of the whole statistic of the United States. They measure out of the individuals who regularly are employed.
Oh, unemployed. Okay, yeah. I guess it's in the word, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, because they don't measure, like, they go, all right, man, because if you did that, then you, like 60, 80%, some shit like that.
Yeah. Huh.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, and this is again, like, let's get down to some fucking brass taxes on numbers, right? Legit, we're $28 trillion in debt once they pass this new stimulus package, right? We're 26 right now. We have $250 trillion in unfunded liabilities. Yo, let's get some of these numbers down pat. All right. The United States government collects around on average $3.4 million or $4 trillion a year in taxes and spends about $5 trillion. And you know what I'm saying? We have about $7 trillion in a pension fund fucking Ponzi scheme that isn't fucking funded throughout the United States for just state and local governments.
That's a lot.
They can come get it.
That's too many motherfuckers.
Like, yo, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is all shit that like needs to be goddamn addressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
well, I mean, if you could learn about this shit, anybody can, right?
That's what I'm fucking saying. I'm not that fucking intelligent.
You just need to get your message out there. I think you should do everything as the Alex Jones gorilla, Pino Jones. No, you should do all your breakdowns. Like, probably do maybe shorter videos because you probably do a toll on your voice. But like because I was hearing you as you were rattling off numbers and shit. I was hearing that Dean Dunn is Pino Jones.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. All right now, the top 3 spending items in the United States federal government is $1.3 trillion with the Social Security, $1.4 trillion with Medicare, $1 trillion for education, and then on top of that, we have another fucking $1 trillion for our defense. All right, that's what it really comes down to. Right below that is $500 billion for our welfare program.
How long can you maintain that before you can't talk anymore?
About like 8 minutes, I can do that for. Right, and then like, the voice goes, no more of that. Right, yo, and China doesn't own shit. Shut up, Jesus fucking Christ. China doesn't own anything. All right, the number one holder of United States debt is the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is the cocked husband of the United States who is a gold digging wife. Real shit. That's the truth. Okay, that's really what this is. All of those government bonds, when they print out of all those fucking treasuries, they either go to fucking equity houses, Japan, Great Britain, then China, the Federal Reserve, which is the number one holder of all of it. They own about, I think it's something like $20 trillion in fucking actual money. Then there's $1 trillion in China, $2 trillion in Japan, and I think something like fucking half a trillion in fucking Great Britain.
Yeah, it seems like peanuts compared to the whole thing, huh?
Right? Like, compared to the fucking numbers, like, it's fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean?
So that's just money that the government owes
itself.
Itself. Yeah, so why can't it just just wipe the debt away? Just say, all right, we're gonna hit reset.
Any money Okay.
What?
The
you cut out
Federal
there.
Reserve already loaned the money to the government. Wait, did I cut out? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The Federal Reserve already loaned the money to the Treasury. Okay. And then they're selling them all. The Federal Reserve bought the Treasury bills and they sell them off to other places or themselves. That's the truth.
That's not chickens and cows.
Like, yo, this is how the whole system works. It's a fucking retarded Ponzi scheme. It doesn't work. Right? But that's actually how it works. Like, everybody's like, the Fed's this evil entity. They own 30% of all residential mortgages.
30%?
30%. I did a video on it recently.
So it's like, I remember that. That's like government subsidized housing or fully owned like property.
We don't pay China back. There is no paying China back. They're not paying. Okay, look. Okay. China doesn't fucking own money. All right. They don't own the United States. We own the United States does not owe China shit. They buy treasury bills. All right. And the treasury bills mature. That's how this works. It's nothing more than an investment item. And they need the treasury bills because their fucking currency is dog shit because they print it and they give loans out from the fucking central bank to anybody who doesn't actually like be productive. They fucking give it out for anybody who provide jobs.
Right. And they lie about their GDP.
Yeah, the whole thing's garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, they calculate the GDP based upon construction, like the amount of things built as opposed to how much is sold. And so that's what you know about all those like big empty cities and China, out of the middle of nowhere.
It's all bullshit.
So look what we've built.
The Belt and Road shit that goes
nowhere. In those cities. It's not really how it works, China. We're not buying it.
They're trying to have a ground war with India in the Himalayan mountains right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just did a video on that too. Like, yo, legit, like, fucking, that's what I'm saying. Like, I cover all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So everybody just, like, stays informed. It's like everybody knows what's going on. And it's important that everybody keeps up.
All right, man. Well, I'm sorry. I'll try to watch more of your videos. Goddamn.
Watch my videos, goddamn. I know Ryan does. Ryan's in my comment section all the time.
Well, I got to prove it, you know? I can't just say that.
Because, like, yo, that way we're all informed about what the fuck is going on right now. Because, like, shit is fucking terrible.
All right, man.
Stop being. All right, yo, look. But anyway, it's been an hour and a half, and I just wanted to put some fucking content up on here. You know what I'm saying? Legit. Well,
thanks for having me on. Sorry about the content, but you know, I do the best I can.
Yo, man, I'm just saying, watch more stuff because like I put out a lot of important shit that everybody needs to know about, so we have an understanding of what's up.
You do.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm trying to do this.
The stuff that I do get to is fucking fantastic. Most informative shit I've ever heard.
You know, that's fucking bullshit. But anyway, I got you.
From a gorilla.
From a goddamn gorilla. Of course, you don't really ever hear anything from gorillas, so it don't really count for much. Anyway, yo, look, man, Tom P. Zapino, Ryan, thank you for being on, my brother. And Rise, as always.
Yeah, I want to.
What up?
I'm gonna stick a link to the Insomnus Discord in the chat. Shit. We're looking for news archivists, researchers, meme makers, and bitches with big titties. And bitches with big titties. So if anybody knows any, send them our way.
Holler at him.
I can't get you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel, but I can get you to join the Discord.
That's right. Join the Discord. There's actually a lot going on for a small channel. Our Discord is more active than our YouTube channel.
It is a fucking hive mind of information.
Yeah, it's
shit. Yo, their Discord is just shit. I'll be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't hang out there as much as I should. Like I spend way too much time hanging out with gaming and yelling, fucking singing about donuts.
Look, the Discord is the foot in the door. We'll talk about the fucking stream later, but for now, the Discord is where you guys need to be at.
Yeah, Insomnus versus donuts. I get it.
Yo, look, man, I like singing about donuts. You know what I'm saying? Because
damn.
in the donut, the mighty donut, the Dunkin' sleeps tonight. Like, anyway, motherfuckers, we're gonna holler at y'all later. Make sure you go sub to this motherfucking stream, man. They got like the best goddamn fucking channel on YouTube. Real shit. I mean, yo, y'all motherfuckers stay up. You know the deal. Motherfucking wash your dicks. Peace be like one. Later. And broadcast. Come on, bitch. And broadcast.